that.
It's a good game. You think it's usually you're having a good game if you have 80 ADR or above. Nico right now has 169 ADR.
Hello guys.
Double what a good game is, a solid game for other people. Might have a chance to collect some more damage here. Even got shot in the butt by his teammate, but that didn't slow him down.
Little slap to keep him going.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
It's like a little booty pinch.
Oh my god. Yeah, this is not at all what we were expecting for Nuke. NAVI, they finally have someone to fight back with here on the CT side. But a comeback from here, I don't know, it's NAVI. You really don't ever really want to count them out, but it does feel very unlikely at the moment. They'll have to prove it. Let's let them prove it.
Yeah, we'll see what they set up with here. I'm interested in what Blade was talking about, the way that they're trying to slot NPL in. There's something still to take away from this in terms of referential data.
İşte mikrofondan eşitli yaptım diyeyim onda.
Putting himself, and he is taking the same spot STY had. This is already a big challenge for him, though, as they are executing into his site, and he is passing the first test. 2 kills with the FAMAS.
Mikrofonum
There are still
işlettiğim
G2 players trying to breach this bomb site. JKS finding 2 of his own, and Perfecto on top of the hut, able to close things out along with Bit.
Yeah, huge play at the start from MPL. Obviously, getting those 2 headshots is amazing. But because he stays so far back on the site, instead of panicking and swinging all over the place, it means the people that are coming out of the squeak door, if they want to fight him, they have to swing so deep into the site that suddenly they're exposed to that. So this is about as far as he goes. He gets these kills, like he's backing up, he's trying to limit that angle, and it means any Ts that want to fight him, they basically have to just get out in the open to try and look for him. And they maybe only know where he is. Maybe the rest of the team is hard to pinpoint. So that's a target you want to fight because you have the information, but to do it, you're just going to be out in the open. So I like seeing that. You know, the kills is obviously impressive, but just keeping that really tight angle is also a good look.
Yeah, you could see some pretty good instincts there. Good counter utility too. Something to be happy about. Look forward to the future. Okay, electronic.
Oh shit.
Great damage. And Nico, who's really just controlling all of outside in the previous half, won't have a chance this time.
There's a long history with electronic and the smokes out in the yard here in a bunch of different... I was a little bit disappointed we didn't see any of it in the first half at all.
No.
But he has this walking through the smokes and yard history, and it's so sick to watch. So I hope we get that back. It's
Good job.
Round for him. 3rd kill as he takes down JKS. A little bit of a boost over, but Perfecto pretty quick with the reactions, and he's going to be taking down Monacy. It's about to be 5 rounds for NAVI.
Yeah, we'll see if Hooksy's able to find anything, but no, not going to happen. There are already 3 players from NAVI down there.
The only thing that could make the more of a classic Nico and G2 game is if they lose it. I'm just gonna say it.
You had to put that idea out there. It is now just waiting to be grasped at by this history.
Yeah, I've told you, we're living in a simulation.
Yeah.
It's bad news for Nico, unfortunately, but...
And you're the architect.
Bad news.
for a bit. I wonder sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
Feels you're in control, but then sometimes maybe not.
One of your best titles. Let's not forget that.
On my resume somewhere. Still not as many titles as Yanko. He's got all the jobs in the esports industry. All of them.
Truly.
14-5. 2 rounds for G2. It seems simple. Surely. There's no problem, right? Couple of steps. Like, easy.
If there's anybody that can do it, we've already said it. It is NAVI. They're the ones that you have to worry about here. You'd hope, for the sake of G2 and Hooksy, for that matter, that they can put together a winning strategy, given that they have so many opportunities moving forward.
Rush
We'll see a
B.
test from Bit.
Do you think the calling is different when you have this much of a buffer?
Yes.
Are you willing to say, you know, let's try some things?
Yes. It actually varies, I'd say, team to team, because some would want to actually take more gambles, more risks, because you just need that one. But sometimes actually teams, especially in this kind of format, where it's this group stage, they might actually not want to go too deep into their playbook. They might actually want to hide strats, so they just kind of keep defaulting. I've seen teams that are up at this much just go for default, default, default, and then eventually someone just wins an individual fight, it turns into a 2nd kill, and then they win the game. So, okay, it doesn't matter what pistol this guy's got, huh?
He got the 1, which is mandatory for him. He's like, that's my quota.
Yeah.
Like, that's an interesting idea, yeah. If you have something new, maybe you don't want to use it when you're almost at the finishing line. But of course, that is in itself is a risk, just in case you might end up needing those rounds at the end. We'll see how they play it out. We've got AKs in this round. Still think, wish Navi would have done more in the yard in the first half, but I guess they did get shut down a lot from that Nico Monacy duo that just made it very tough.
Yeah, they tried. It wasn't for a lack thereof.
Yeah.
So, would have loved to see Electronic get activated earlier, but I think he's now in the server. Took him a minute, but they are joining up with Simple. So, slow round for G2, just waiting out any potential push from Navi. The smokes are here. Nico actually might play around this timing here. These smokes are landing. Might just sneak right in. Oh no! Okay. Second round now in a row that Electronic just finds that much damage through the outside smokes. He is reading them.
Yeah, we warned you already. He has
Per minutlik
Obviously,
tanaffus.
shooting through is crazy, but even just walking through them sometimes, he just finds really good timings on that one. HE as Perfecto. Thought he was getting a run down, but guess he is fine. And everything's kind of been revealed right now. It feels like G2, there's no element of surprise. Very safe way to take that jump as you kind of curve you sort of stop the arc of the jump a little bit, and you get down to the ground a little bit earlier. Hooksy and JKS both go down, and it's a flawless round out of Navi. 14-7.
Yeah, I'm not too worried yet for G2, but it's not looking good. Not finding any headway on these rounds. Reason I'm not too worried is because it's been off the back of Electronic spraying people through smoke twice.
And you have amnesia. You don't remember the other G2 games.
Yeah, and well, that's, you know, the org's history may make you worry, but when Navi gets to double digits, then I think we'll see the sweat bead on Hooksy's forehead.
Okay, I think that's probably fair. 14-7, you still have a feeling on the G2 side that fine, they're getting a bit of runway here. All we need is that one good entry, one good round where Nico cracks it open and Electronic doesn't shoot us through the smoke, and it's probably okay. I can be on board that train. 29-12 on Nico, just in case.
If anybody forgot, yeah.
Yeah, listening in, you know, making a snack in the middle of the day and just listening to the audio. That's where we're at the moment.
If you're tuned into the radio version of this, yeah. Electronic probably wants a little bit more action. He recognizes that he's warmed up into the server now, but he just needs more fights. So, we'll be looking for him. Okay, love that. One shot, one kill. Looking for more. Another headshot for Electronic. Yeah, he's definitely feeling it at this point. This is becoming a little bit more worrying more quickly when he is showing this level of form.
And you know what? When Nico unfolded all the chaos in the second half pistol, Electronic was smiling, and I feel that you can also almost warm up the enemy sometimes. If you just play well enough, it's like a slap in the face, like, okay, fine. If you want to do that, I'm ready too. Really good stuff here. Good clicks coming out. He seems so crisp at the moment. That's an 8th round that's going to be picked up by the Navi team. So they are feeling really, really good at the moment.
Yeah, and it's forcing G2 to expend yet another timeout.
Yeah, and if you don't know this is happening, there is an overtime show happening at the end of the day. So once all the chaos in the second half pistol and find out. Electronic was smiling, and I feel that you can also almost warm up the enemy sometimes if you just play well enough. Tune in, make an account there, and all the rest of it, and come hang out in the chat with all the rest of us.
It was Yakindar last night with Mahone and Launders. So you never know who's going to be walking on in, who's coming through that door.
Markov. They were asking they asked on the desk earlier. They said, who was great AWP inspirations? And nobody said Markov.
Too young.
I was heartbroken.
Yeah.
Source players, they don't know.
A few people said Fallen in that.
I can respect that. That's an acceptable answer.
Yeah.
Nobody said Kogu either.
That's true. Or Fraud.
Fraud, yeah. Nice. Well, enough of the history right now in the present moment. They need to keep this up, Navi. They've had a good run at the start of the second half. This is pretty impressive. They were almost getting pushed out of Nuke, but one slip-up, one mistake, and it could be done. Perfecto's not going to be making many mistakes at all. And JKS, he'll still be able to find that one. Electronic showing up, and he's deadly accurate, but Monacy, he's up for the task. 3 on 3. NPL on the back getting put to the test once again, and his crosshair was not ready for it. Follow-up headshot from Monacy leaves Simple down below, far away from the action, and unable surely to reclaim this round.
Great call from Hooksy. Great movements from G2. Recognizing every sliver of opportunity they had in that round. As the player falls from top of the garage, they can push in through the door, they could follow that push up. It all came together. It was a bit slow, and I think that caught NAVI off guard. I think it caught NPL off guard. Did so well when it was that full-on, just A-exec right in his face, but this time it's a little bit more strategic, and that long, drawn-out nature made him uncomfortable. It made him nervous. He didn't know where he should be looking, and Hooksy, he actually was able to take down that anchor. He's only sitting at 8 kills, but it was an important frag at that.
Some will give up the AWP to pick up an AK. But you can make a choice. I'm just curious.